Stacking them up. Welcome in, everybody, to Raiders Game Day. I'm Amber Theoharis, along with James Jones and Eric Allen, as the Raiders get the win 21-17 over the Patriots at home. More importantly, fellas, back-to-back wins. This is the beginning of the right direction. They're now at 500, and they did the things that we have talked about. They beat a team that they're supposed to beat. They made it close at the end. They didn't make it easy at the end, but it was a lot of fun. And then we saw the defense, for the second week in a row, come in and put the nail in the coffin. And that's encouraging, because this has proven to be a strong unit.
Absolutely, that was big time. Defense closed the game out when offense struggling to really score touchdowns, kicking a lot of field goals, and they closed the game out. And that's what you're supposed to do. It's hard to win in this league. I don't care who comes in here. The greatest coach of all time just walked in this building and walked out with a loss. It's hard to win. So however you got to get them, you got to get them. But defensively, you talking about stacking them, EA.
What did we tell the folks last week at this time? That we're going to win this football game, right? Because we were a better football team. We're a better football team than the guys over there. Got to keep carrying it on. Patrick Graham, outstanding job on the defense. Defense really rolling right now. And Maxx Crosby is simply balling right now.
But he's getting some help from his friends. We're going to talk to Maxx Crosby coming up. Here's three big things we're going to cover here on Raiders Game Day. Josh McDaniels, Bill Belichick facing his mentor now. Josh McDaniels 3-0 against the greatest coach of all time. So pretty big day for him as he sees a lot of the players that he coached. Mac Jones, not a big day for him. It was a tough day because of the Raiders' pass defense. We'll tell you why they're one of the top pass defenses in the NFL right now. And also, Mad Maxx Crosby has another big play. This one ends the game. Maxx Crosby going to join the show as he flexes on him. But let's show you how it all happened. There's Robert Kraft, the owner of the Patriots, hanging out with Jimmy G, who he drafted back in the day. Raiders opening drive. Jimmy Garoppolo.
I like that.
Right away.
In the pocket, really filling that time. Outstanding.
Gets it to the rookie.
Too, though. Real clean pocket. Finds the tight end. Finds the rookie. He had a nice day himself.
3 plays later, 3rd and 7. Hey, it worked once. Jimmy, why not go to the rookie again? Early in the game plan, these are scripted plays. Nice to see Josh McDaniels intentionally getting the rookie involved.
Yeah, that's a violent run after the catch, too. The young fella
He's growing up right now.
Come across the field. Stop.
Look at that.
Let him go by, put the foot in the ground.
Trying to run guys over?
Yeah, I like that. That's Raiders football right there.
That is awesome. I love that.
You can get some, too.
That's a big boy. You see why they drafted him. They like those big tight ends. Later in the drive, 3rd and 11, though, Jimmy looks at DeAndre Carter and he drops it. That would have gotten a first down, kept the drive alive. So the Raiders settle for a field goal. They make it, but it comes back because of a penalty. Leverage on the Patriots. You can't launch off of somebody. So they get a new set of downs inside the 11-yard line, and they stall. Incomplete pass. The Raiders, even though they had a second chance, forced again to settle for a field goal, so they jump out to a 3-0 lead. Here we go. After the Patriots,
that's.
Davante Adams got rocked by Jabril Peppers, and that led to an interception.
I don't like to see my brothers taking those right there. Man,
as a safety,
and it was
you're
a little
saying,
behind
I know this play's coming, and I'm going for it.
Yeah,
separating from the ball.
No doubt. And it was a little behind him, and he kind of bobbled it a little bit, double catch. But
here in the second quarter,
take them hits.
Austin Hooper getting involved.
Another tight end.
We're in the red zone again, so what happens?
Look at that time in the pocket.
Jacoby Myers.
Man.
Now, this was a play design that I really love by Josh. You put 3 receivers trips on one side of the field, and you got Davante Adams as the number 3 receiver, clearing everything out and allowing Jacoby to work.
So the Raiders have a 10-0 lead early. Patriots with the ball, and
we got tackled.
Kendrick Bourne missed tackles. He gets 36 yards on this play. Tackling continues to be a problem.
Yeah.
They make money too, though.
Ever since Nate Hobbs left, our tackling has been a little bit suspect. But just a great effort by getting this guy on the ground.
Absolutely. He running.
Yep.
And so the Raiders defense, though, they hold.
There you go.
So they had a 3-and-out earlier in the first quarter. Now they hold to a 43-yard field goal, and the Patriots on the board. It's 10-3 Raiders. Later in the second, Mac Jones looking for Hunter Henry, and he is intercepted
give us
by
that.
Trayvon Merrick,
They
who takes
come in
it 22 yards.
They come in bunches.
Tips and overthrows, got to have those. That's what they say. That's a big-time interception right there. He caught it
and
in
he did it with a broken hand.
Broken hand in his belly. Bad ball security, but you know what? Raiders ball, take away.
Right.
Second
That's
interception for him. Yeah, this year. Next possession, under 1 minute to go in the first half.
Good protection.
Jacoby Myers catches the ball. We're at the New England 25. Take another look. up.
Another good
First
play.
down.
Another
Man,
good play.
that's a
Another
great
good
release.
play design though by Coach McDaniels right there, putting him and Devontae on the same side, but not out wide in the slot,
But here
allowing these defenses to kind of communicate.
We're in 3rd and 20 again, but he finds Jacoby Myers a little bit short there. It is 4th down, and so instead of continuing the drive, they got to go for another field goal, so the Raiders take a 13-3 lead. It would have been nice to be 17-3 at the half. Here we go in the second half. Raiders leading 13-3, and
Let's
Ramondre
tackle.
Stevenson
Let's tackle.
started to get something going there, 15 yards.
Can't let these guys get on a roll.
2 plays later, Mac Jones finding a little rhythm.
Tackle.
Pharaoh Brown for 15 yards, first down.
We got to tackle.
Yeah.
3 plays later, remember this guy? Used to play for the
Bounce outside.
Cowboys, Ezekiel Elliott to
Zeke
the
looked
left.
like he had fresh legs today, though. He had a couple nice runs today where he looked like he had fresh legs, and then they put him right here as the quarterback just to use some power. You very rarely see Zeke Elliott go backwards. That's a nice answer right there by the Patriots.
So the Raiders' lead is now cut to 3. Raiders' next possession, Brian Hoyer.
There we go.
Bomb! On first, there you go. 3rd and 4 there, gets to Trey Tucker. They only needed 4, they got 48. We'll take it.
And another great opportunity, Devontae Adams bringing
See that?
everybody with
Look at the safety drive on Devontae right
So
here.
you have
This
to be
safety
aware.
driving on Devontae, that's big time, right? That's the impact of Devontae not even getting the ball, and the other players got to make plays like that.
And we mentioned he's in because Jimmy Garoppolo had to leave the game with a back injury. So 3 plays later, Michael Mayer, welcome back.
Yep.
Here you are in the 3rd quarter showing up.
Damn, good job.
First down Raiders.
Another tight end.
3 plays later, Brian Hoyer, incomplete. And so again, another field goal.
I hear what you're saying, Amber. I hear what
Daniel
you're saying.
Carlson got to get 7 instead of 3. I'm not good. I was
right.
told there would be no math,
I know.
but I do know that much. So the Raiders lead 16-10.
Little stretch
Here we go.
play.
Josh Jacobs. Look, they ran the ball 33 times.
So they want to run.
They want to
They
run,
wanna run.
just not able to quite get it going.
That's
This
the
drive,
identity. We just need more runs like that.
we'll talk about that later. Here we go in the 4th quarter. Austin Hooper back. Oh, he tries to hurdle him. Thought he was in the 100 meters there for a second. Fresh set of downs, and the Raiders are in the
Just give
red
him a
zone.
chance. You got to
3rd
give
and
him
6.
a chance right there. I would love a little back shoulder ball right there. Put a little bit more air on it right there, Hoyer. Give him a chance to go up and show his ability. Settle for another field goal.
4 for 4 on field goal attempts for Daniel Carlson.
One of the best in the game.
Patriots now have the ball on 3rd and 1, and Ramondre Stevenson left 7 yards. That outside,
Yeah. Had a couple of those outside runs on 3rd down. Kind of hurt us a little bit here.
5 plays later, Mac Jones hits Kendrick Bourne for 15 yards. They're moving the chains. We're thinking, oh no.
Respect,
Late in the
respect.
4th. What's going to happen? 2 plays later.
Oh,
Got it.
we are to the crib on that.
Robert Spillane, who had 2 interceptions in the last game. He wants that one back. You know he's going to be dreaming about that tonight.
That was a walk.
Had that one.
right there. Ty Montgomery, good concentration, staying
4
with the
plays
ball.
later, on 3rd down,
We off the
he
field.
doesn't get
We
it.
off the field,
They're supposed
Amber.
to be off the field,
Oh.
but Maxx Crosby is called for roughing the passer.
Watch this. Watch this. Come on. This
I think he coughed on him.
Look at this. Great hands. Awesome. And you just follow him through. Just letting him know we're playing football.
That's where we are
Not,
these
not
days.
flag.
I mean, we got pads
So-
and helmets on, right? Come
They
on
get
now.
another chance and they get in the end zone. Ramondre Stevenson, and this is a close game, 19-17. So we don't usually show punts, but we're
Right.
showing you what A.J. Cole did because he put the Patriots
Look at
in a
that.
tough position.
Yeah.
really
He
good.
really backed him up, and that would prove dividends. Here we are at 2nd and 12. Mac Jones.
Oh, this was a dimer.
If he would have caught that,
That was his best throw today.
That was his
Devontae
best throw of
Parker.
his
today.
life.
he's going to have nightmares about that one.
That was the best throw of his life right there.
because he was gone. But it didn't work out that way. But this worked out. Here comes Maxx Crosby. He gets the sack for the
Mama, there
safety.
go that man.
And that would end it 21-17.
Get it up,
Look
get
at
on
that.
me.
One more time.
You
give
move
me
out
that.
of the way. Here I go.
Those
Got
hands
somewhere
are
to go.
just-
Look at that. Just flexing on him.
Hands in the bin.
Let them know this our house. This our house. Let them know.
And Josh McDaniels, as I said, now he's 3-0 against his former mentor. And Bill Belichick, tough run for Bill Belichick, by the way. He only has 1 win on the season. Here are our final stats brought to you by Sports Water. And we're going to talk about the red zone. Okay, they got the win, but they get in the red zone 6 times, the Raiders, and they only are able to score 1 touchdown. Everything else was field goals.
And Again, we won the third area of the game as far as special teams, but look at those penalties.
Yeah.
When the last time you've seen a Patriots team undisciplined, hurting themselves? That's an incredible number right there, Amber. You talk about those penalties, 10 penalties, 79 yards for that football team. That says a lot about the direction of that football team, and hopefully our team is going up, they're going down.
I'm about to say, where are they going?
Well, we'll let the New England media talk about that, but one of the stats that stood out to me there is the Raiders defense only allowed 176 passing yards, and right now in 4 of the 6 games, they have allowed only under 200 yards. They have held quarterbacks to under 200. The pass defense.
That's awesome.
What I mean, you're a member of the secondary. What are you seeing from these guys?
In this day and time, to get out in the football field and compete like we have to, and knowing that the rules are all for the offense, doing an outstanding job of really corralling the quarterback, but more importantly, the coverage aspect, particularly the safeties, they're doing a really solid job of staying back, understanding kind of what the route situation is. So I really hats off to Patrick Graham and that coverage defense making it happen.
And it's big, too, because you really, like, since we've been playing games, it really has not been, like, blown coverages. Like, what does the secondary do? Like, they're all on the string, and that's big for this defense, and it's paying off.
And you know what? The defensive line really stepped up and gave Maxx Crosby a lot of help. We're going to talk about that coming up next. It is Maxx Crosby joining us from Allegiant Stadium. He's ready. Is that Bobby? That's Bobby Boucher. Oh, I love
boy,
it.
the Bourbon Bowl.
Stay with us. Raiders Game Day is brought to you by America First Credit Union, the official credit union of the Las Vegas Raiders. Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Low fares, non-stop flights. Book now only at Allegiant.com. Cox, proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. Coors Light, an official beer of Raider Nation. Made to chill. 2023 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly. Welcome back, everybody. The Raiders now have won 2 in a row. They leave Allegiant Stadium with a win over the Patriots. And for the second week in a row, it was the defense that came up big in the end. Let's welcome in Maxx Crosby to talk about it. Max, it's good to have you on after a win. You're always representing during the losses. We love talking to you after back-to-back wins. What does it mean to you? You have the sack safety in the end zone to end the game. Last week, it was Amik Robertson. What does it mean to this defense to now have a little bit of swag to know that you guys can end a game?
Yeah, you know, that's what we talk about. You know, Pat's been preaching it. You know, we want to be the reason why we win games. So it's hats off to, you know, the whole unit. You know, guys are getting better. You see Amik, you see Trayvon Moore has another interception. The dude has one hand. Marcus Epps, Marcus Peters, all these guys, Spillane, just stepping up, you know, week after week. And then obviously the D-line, and, you know, I could go on and on. But everybody's improving. We're on the same page. We do everything together. The D-line, we go to have dinner every Thursday. And that's what it's all about, is just that camaraderie. You know, everyone's staying together and you know, having real relationships. So once you get on the field, you know, everyone's on the same page and you trust the man next to you. And that's super important.
Man, you know, I seen EB out there on the field today for pregame, and I said, man, can we stack them? Can we get back-to-backers today, man? How good does it feel, man, to come off a win and finally stack a couple together and get another one?
Yeah, I was just in the cold tub with Bilal, and we were talking about it, and I just told him, like, it's the best feeling on the planet, you know, to win in this league. You know, it's hard to win, and every single game, you know, you put so much into it every week and every single day, you know, to get your body and mind right, you know, to go out there and perform at a high level. And every time you come out with a win, you know, it's the best feeling. So it's incredible, but we have another team we got to beat. We got Chicago coming up, so you know, they present a lot of challenges, and we're excited for the challenge.
Yeah, Max, talk to us a little bit about Patrick Graham, man. He's been putting together some great game plans. You guys have been executing great. Talk to us a little bit about what Patrick Graham is feeling right now.
Pat's killing it. You know, Pat is he's, you know, it's the same thing with coaches, players, everything. You know, you look for that 1% of improvement every single day. Me and Pat talk all the time, and you know, he's just been focused on being the best version of himself and being the best coach and leader he can be, and he's doing that. So you know, me and Pat have an awesome relationship. I love the guy. We just got to keep improving and keep stacking every single day.
You got the Bobby Boucher jersey on from Waterboy. You were embodying him. You always do. But we've said for a while, Max needs a little bit of help, and now you're starting to get it. You listed some of your teammates, but Adam Butler and John Jenkins, Bilal Nichols getting in on the sack train as well. what does it mean for your game that now other people, offensive lines, have to account for those guys if they're racking up the sacks too?
Yeah, those guys are killing it. I can go all the way down the line. Malcolm, Tyree, Jank, Adam, it goes on and on. Bilal, all those guys are doing so well and improving every single day. And they take it personal as well because, people talk and they're like, they say, like what you just said, Maxx needs help and all this. And they take that personal too. And we have conversations about it. And they don't want to be the reason, they feel like we're not having success, and those guys take it personal, and you see how they play. They're playing relentlessly. They're getting better every single day. We have a super tight-knit D-line group. It starts with Robbie Leonard and Matt Edwards and those guys leading us. But we're just, we're a big brotherhood, so we just got to keep improving, go in the right direction. And that's the plan.
Maxx, I know you always go 110 every time you step on the field, but on that last play before that safety, it seemed like you had a little bit of extra juice because you had got that penalty. Was it on your mind to go out here and close that football game?
Matt Jones almost screamed, stop, stop, stop. He was like, no, man, close the whistle, don't let him hit me. It's a delay of game.
Yeah, no question. Trust me. And then the roughing the passer they called, I'm like, all right, here we go. I told the guys, I'm like, listen, I got y'all. Yeah. And I took it, like I said, I took it personal. So
they're going to baby these quarterbacks, man. You can't even flick them no more.
I can't even say anything. I have no comment. I'm not going to
find. Say it. We'll say it.
You can't even flick them.
Yeah, y'all can say it. Exactly.
All right, well, Maxx Crosby, congratulations on back-to-back wins. Now the Raiders at 300, looking to go to 4-3 next week against the Bears. We look forward to seeing you out there.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys.
And the defense did a great job of creating opportunities. Well, that was roughing the passer, I guess, in the NFL today.
That was a continuation of the great
and then like,
pass rush.
I'm going to flick you.
He didn't get no penalty for that one, did he?
No, it was delay of game already. But then he came back after and got him on that, too, in the game. So
lucky.
Well, Maxx has elite hands, right?
Yes,
so that windshield wiper move that he does, it's so quick and just a great pass rushing move for that guy. So all the young pass rushers out there, get it, develop it into your game.
And with them hands, right when them boys shoot it, it's over.
Mac Jones was like, no, didn't you hear that whistle? Didn't you see that flag? All right, let's take a look at what the defense did to the Patriots in the first quarter, especially. And we've spoken about the defense coming out fast, right?
Yes.
Starting earlier, and that's exactly what they did. They only had 6 offensive plays, the Patriots did. -2 total yards, 9 yards on the ground. -11 passing yards. We continue to talk about the passing defense. 0 first downs in the entire first quarter. But you've got to give the offense a little bit of credit for the time of possession because that first drive, they held on for 8-9 minutes. They ate up the whole first half of the quarter.
They sure did.
And that's what happens when you run the ball like that. Even though you're not getting a lot of yards, if you're able to stick with the run, you're going to eat that clock up, and then it'll open up the pass game.
But then there's missed opportunities. So this was after a 3-and-out, right? No, I'm sorry, this was the first drive. So that would have led to a first down.
That might be a touchdown.
Then you would have been able, that could have been a touchdown maybe. Then it would have been 7-0 instead of 3-0 right out of the gate.
And that's big.
So then the defense, comes and does a 3-out early on, and then Davante Adams, and his defense got rocked.
Yeah, not only did he take the shot, though, it ended up in a turnover, too. That's tough.
Yeah.
But, when we're talking about that first drive and on, the turnovers, which is huge, right? We always talk about turnover differential and those aspects of it. But if you think about the first drive for the Raiders, for almost every game, it's been kind of money, right? So they need to keep that kind of energy. They need to keep that energy and now be able to feed off the defense to be able to, get some easy plays, get some easy touchdowns when you get into the red zone.
And we got to stay aggressive in these games. When Josh is coming out in these first 15 plays, it was some shot plays in there.
Yes, it was.
Jimmy didn't take the shots down the field. It probably could have been covered, but it was some shot plays in there. We need to just, as the game goes on, we got to stay more aggressive.
But also when those turnovers do happen, that last piece of video, those last 2 plays we saw, Trayvon Merrick picks the ball off, the offense gets the ball back, you got to score off of that. You can't just settle for another field goal because it works against the Patriots. They got the Lions in 2 weeks, maybe even the Bears next week, but they got the Lions coming up. They got the Jets who won a game coming up, so you're going to have to score points when the opportunity is there if you want to be one of the good teams. All right, still to come here on Raiders Game Day, we're going to do a little spotlight with a breakdown here, looking at Michael Mayer. and also some of those defensive plays in the secondary. That's next.
My name is Vincent. I'm class of 2028. I do online school, and I play defensive end and outside linebacker. My work in the community, every summer I go and help my local youth program, and I help the little kids out and I help the coaches. It's important for me to help the community because it just brings me joy and it makes me feel like I'm doing a good deed. Thank you, Intermountain Health and the Raiders, for this awesome opportunity. Thank you.
Los Patriotas están en la yarda número 4 de su campo. Mac Jones en las diagonales. Llega Crosby y ahí está el safety. ¡Se acabó, señoras y señores! Maxx Crosby con la captura de mariscal de campo, su sexta del año. Y la defensa, por segundo partido consecutivo, le pone candado a la victoria de los Raiders.
Oh, the call sounds even better in Spanish. That's Harry Ruiz, our Spanish play-by-play announcer for the Raiders as we continue to celebrate Latino Heritage Month here at the Raiders organization. All right, so good things are happening for the Raiders as they get the win over the Patriots. On defense, 3 games in a row now, the Raiders have forced turnovers. Trayvon Merrick had his second interception of the year. And then on offense, the rookie, Michael Mayer, is starting to really get involved and prove that he's a middle-of-the-field threat for the Raiders to break both plays down. Let's turn it over to EA and JJ with the spotlight.
Well, Amber, Harry is always on the money, just like our safeties.
Yes, he was
Trayvon, Trayvon Merrick has been playing really good football. He's a middle-of-the-field safety, so he's kind of like center fielder guy, has to have his eyes on the quarterback. Really important to be in the right position so you can make the play if the quarterback makes a mistake. Here we're going to roll it. As you see, center field safety, 2-5 in the hole. Once this pocket breaks down, he's not really a mobile quarterback, so you want to move with the quarterback and tips it overthrows, JJ.
We got to have those. Yes, they do.
They come in bunches.
They do.
If we get another angle, get another look here, we see we're playing middle field safety. There's no one threatening you. We know Mac Jones is not a quarterback who's going to be able to throw those great throws off platform. Just an errant ball. But at any time a quarterback makes a mistake like this one here, you got to make him pay.
Got to give me those.
There's no missed opportunities for big plays. That's a big play, JJ, and that's how we continue to build on these turnovers for our Raiders football team.
No doubt. And when we get turnovers, that means the offense takes the field, and that means we can do this. And listen, we know Devontae, we know Jacoby, they going to get their targets, they going to make their plays. But if we can start getting this right here and getting these tight ends involved, right here you see Meyer right here catching it, but this one I love. The violence after the catch, that anybody can get some. I absolutely love it. But listen, you got an excellent pocket. Jimmy G standing up in the pocket, able to go to his third read, finds Meyer, and this is head down. Come on, I'm 250-plus pounds. You could come get some too.
Look at that.
But
the
that's
rookie
the violence.
Is feeling himself right now.
And this is the game slowing down for him. And if we can get him involved in the pass game, making plays like this, it's going to open up for everybody. And then he's the #1 receiver right here. We got trips to the left, #1 receiver. We run the drive concept. But the yak yardage after the catch, running violent, I absolutely love it from the young fella. And when you get touches early in the ball game, you get more and more confident. When you get more and more confidence, you start doing this stuff after the catch. But that's a DB.
Stutter. What was the stutter about?
The hesitation, setting the DB up, knowing that, hey, this DB might be a little bit faster than me, so I'm going to hesitate him a little bit and then run away from him. And then look, I mean, this is a DB that he's running away from, putting a move on. I got to go. That's big time. If we can continue to get our tight ends involved like this, we're going to be all right. The only thing is I got to get him right on his celebration because this – no, we need –
you got to follow through, right?
We need something like that. So we're going to go back to you, Amber, for the first down.
All right, you can coach him up, JJ. We'll get it down by next game. But taking a look at the weapons that Jimmy Garoppolo and then Brian Hoyer were using, there's something that stands out. And we don't like to beat a dead horse, but something continues to stand out. And it's Davante Adams. He's down there. He's the 3rd most targeted receiver on this team right now. Jacoby Myers had 7 targets. Michael Mayer had 6 targets. Great. They're both very productive. But Davante Adams, we keep saying, feels like there's more meat on that bone. And how do we get that meat, JJ? How do we get to it? Because there's got to be a way.
Well, let me say something first. I think if he has a lot of assists, though. The touchdown was an assist by him. You know, back in the old days, when I used to have to cover Jerry, they'd put Jerry in the slot, he'd run across the formation, and that would leave that backside receiver wide open. So there's plenty of opportunities for other guys. They have to find ways for those other guys not to just convert on first downs, but get in the end zone if Davante is not getting the ball.
It's going to be very few times that Davante Adams gets man-to-man coverage.
Right.
It was probably 5-6 times today Davante had man-to-man coverage, and they did not throw the football over there. So for me, they might not end up in catches. We don't know. But they better end up in targets.
You got to try.
Right.
To have 2-3 targets in a football game, that's not enough. Davante needs 7-8 targets in a football game. I don't care if it's opportunity balls. I don't care if it's quick passes, getting the ball into his hands. But he needs more opportunities in the pass game, period. He's the best receiver in the world, not just on the Raiders. He's the best receiver in the world, so he needs more opportunities. Those have to go up. I'm not saying he's going to make every play.
Right, I understand
but when you see one-on-one coverage, the name of the game is to find ways to get your star players in one-on-one coverage.
Yeah.
If you line up and they in man-to-man, they just bless you. So go out there and bless them by giving Davante Adams a target.
Yeah, right now J.C. Jackson's like, man, I shut him down.
You know what I'm saying?
Really throw it to him as much as they should have, J.C. We saw it. All right, coming up next, we're going to be talking to Brian Hoyer, who is out at the podium. He stepped in for an injured Jimmy Garoppolo. We'll have an update on that coming up next on Raiders Game Day. This segment of Raiders Game Day has been brought to you by Twitch. Watch, discover, join in.
Number one, to come in and to watch how this defense has won you the last 2 games, would you talk about the grittiness, the blue-collar lunch pail approach of your defense, please?
Well, I think for me, obviously I didn't play the first half, but I sat there and watched them play, and when I knew that I was going in, I thought, okay, you know what, just, complete the balls that you see out there. The defense is doing a great job. So they gave me, that confidence to go out there and not try to force anything, not try to do anything outside of my abilities. And that at playing quarterback, when you have that gives you a lot of confidence. They did a great job.
Josh's offense traditionally thrives in the red zone, and it's struggling a little bit. Is there something you can put your finger on, or is it just maybe a multiplicity of things?
I mean, I could have made a better throw to Davante down there. Definitely let him touch the ball. Same thing with Jacoby. But like I said, knowing the situation, the way our defense is playing, I wasn't going to let them touch the ball. And that was the mentality I had. And unfortunately, it got a little closer at the end, but, they came up big again. And it's something that, we can keep building on. That is complementary football. We've been talking about that. Look, the defense is playing good. Don't put them on a short field. Don't put them in a bad situation. And especially coming into a game like that with the emotions that I had, obviously going against a team that, I've been a part of for a lot of years, it gave me the confidence to just be smart and, take the throws that were there. And, they came up big at the end.
Time now for one big number, and it is glaring. Can't ignore it. In the red zone, the Raiders went there 6 times. That wasn't a problem getting there. It was a problem scoring a touchdown there. Jacoby Myers' touchdown was the only one they were able to get. Everything else was a Daniel Carlson field goal. Carlson scored 16 of the points.
He's balling. He's a baller.
Yeah,
but
he was 4 for 4.
If you're not playing the Patriots,
it's going to come up.
It's going to hurt you.
You can't hide it against the good teams.
No, you got to be better.
And you know what? They have no problem getting down the field. But my question is, look at Davante there.
Yes.
He throws it away in that situation. But 9 plays in the red zone in that first quarter, first drive, not one went to Davante.
Right.
So that's scripted at that point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that was so early in the game.
And people are saying, hey, they threw the ball to him there. Those situations, when you get into that formation as a defensive player, I've seen that formation in the red zone time and time again. So I know if that inside receiver's running a slant, the number one's running a slant. So my safety's going to sit hard on that. Where is the slant and go off of that, right? So I'm going to give you that picture from previous games, and when I get into a situation, versus the Patriots with a great coordinator, I'm not going to run that slant. I'm going to run a slant and go. So now Davante Adams is again one-on-one with the cornerback, and the safety is nowhere to be found. So those kind of creative things that I think we need to see, particularly with Davante, and I think he needs to have his own package in the red zone.
No question. And in the red zone, when I watched the tape in the red zone and the game today, there's zero movement. We are not moving. We are not motioning anybody once we get in the red zone. Out in the field, it's a lot of movement going on. We in a bunch of different formations, but when we get in the red zone, we kind of vanilla. So I think we need to add some motions to that. We need to get in some bunch formations to be able to have this defense communicate who I got, all that, and be able to try to get some of these guys on some matchups to be able to make some plays. But when you're in the red zone, it's hard to score. Everything is tighter, everything's faster and all that. So you got to try to find ways to create some ways to get people open. Or if it's one-on-one,
go get the
everything's out of the window. Go get the ball.
And I'll be happy when we can get back to being able to hand the ball to 8 and then have 8
exactly.
do his thing.
Yeah, until he's established, he's not a threat really, and they're not really getting anything in the red zone that throws off the balance of first, second down, and then being able to throw. Exactly. All right, when we come back, McDaniels is 3-0 against his former mentor, and he has the locker room speech, a victory speech, as the Raiders are 3-3. This segment of Raiders Game Day has been brought to you by America First Credit Union, the official credit union of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Hey, we won. Listen, don't you dare apologize for victories in this league. You hear me? Okay, they're hard to come by, all right, and we've already been in some went the other way, with us on the losing end of a close one too, all right? So we don't give any fish back here, all right? You with me on this? Yes, sir. Okay, so again, I'm damn proud of the effort, all right? I'm damn proud of the way we fight, all right? We know we have to clean some things up so we can win and not take years off my life. Yes, sir. You hear me on this? Yes, sir. We gotta fix some things here so that we can make life easier on all of us, okay? On all of us, and that's really the thing, but you should enjoy it. Yes, listen, we're 3-3, we clawed back. Yes, sir. Listen, we can't give any back. Okay, we can't give any back, all right? Our mindset and our attitude is work every day, put it in, prepare hard, get ready for the next team, and then go everything we got. Right? And we got to keep doing that, okay?
Hey, get used to it, man. Every day come in here with a purpose to win. Every single day get better and improve 1%. Let's get it. Gang on me, gang on 3. 1, 2, 3. Gang!
So the Raiders celebrate the win over the Patriots, 21-17. They are now 3-3. That's a big difference than if they had lost this game. So as he said, they claw back, and now they look forward to a Bears team that had Justin Fields go down today.
Yeah, got banged up.
That has struggled throughout the season, so a possibility to take an opportunity on the road to get a win there. They do face the Lions. The next 2 games are on the road. You know, that's going to be a little bit tough, but cleaning up some of the things, the run game will probably be one of them. It seems like the attempt is there after last game. We felt like Josh Jacobs was close to popping off yet another one or another big game like he did last year, and it still hasn't quite gotten there just yet. So a couple things to clean up, but, you know, 33 times they handed off the ball today.
That's important, Amber, to really want to run the football. You got to first be able to stick it in there and not just say, hey, let's just throw it all over the place. And what travels is great defense and your big-time players. So these next 2 weeks, defense needs to continue to play well, and whoever it is on offense that's big time needs to show up big.
No doubt, and especially on the road, I know we always talk turnovers, but on the road is when they really matter. At home, you could probably bounce back. You got your crowd behind you. You can get some mojo and all that. You're not going to have that on the road.
You gotta protect
on the road, you got to protect the ball, and you got to be able to run the football and play defense. So it is crucial that we find ways to get Josh Jacobs some runs like this, some gash runs, not the 2-yard runs consistently. We need to get some runs to where we get some explosive gains and get him back to doing this. But he still is
climbing.
Bowling.
He is 5,000 rushing yards now, all with the Raiders. Of course, his entire career has been there. And look at the names that he joins as he reaches that milestone today. So congratulations to him, Clem Daniels, Marcus Allen. Marcus Allen, he's pretty good.
There you go.
619. So, Josh, we know you're going to get those big runs going. Another thing that, you know, the Raiders, you got to point out, they were 50% on third down. Coming in, they were not strong on third down. They were one of the worst teams on third down. So able to get those third down conversions. Michael Mayer had a big part in that. Jacoby Myers, who we haven't spoken about, had another good game against this time against his former team. He's been sort of a surprise. Everybody thought, okay, Devontae needs a number 2.
Yeah.
He's been a 1A.
Yeah,
I mean, he's been leading the team in receptions, and what does he add to the receiving core?
Yeah, I don't think people understand how good Jacoby is, right? We've seen a couple of those releases to where he could have looked like 1.7. Jersey number a little different, but he's big, he's fast, he can run, he has excellent releases off the line of scrimmage, and he has excellent ball skills tracking the football. So Devontae Adams and Jacoby is a really, really good 1-2 punch, 1A punch, however you want to call it. But now they just need to kind of find a way to use Jacoby as a decoy a little bit and get the number 1 involved. But you always see Devontae go up and celebrate with Jacoby because he knows if he eats, that means they're going to have to start coming off me, and I'm going to eat. Whether it's this game, next game, whatever game, it's going to happen. So he definitely wants Jacoby to keep balling.
And add Josh Jacobs to the receivers. I mean, he had 5 targets today, so they're using him out of the backfield as well as a weapon. All right, speaking of weapons, when we come back, we're going to speak to the rookie, Michael Mayer. He's been revving up. And this game came up big. That's next. There he is, ready to go. All smiles.
Get a dub.
I like the polo.
He ain't got that win.
He a rookie. He know how hard it is to win.
Raiders Game Day has been brought to you by Twitch. Watch, discover, join in. Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Modelo, a reward for those with a fighting spirit. The mark of a fighter, drink responsibly. Welcome back to Raiders Game Day. So the Raiders get the win. They leave Allegiant Stadium, 21-17 victory over the Patriots. And a big part of that win on offense was the rookie, Michael Mayer, who every game seems to be getting more and more involved in the offense. Congratulations, Michael, on a strong game. For you, are you just feeling much more comfortable and Josh McDaniels is rewarding you with a lot of targets?
I think I'm getting more confident every week. Honestly, every day, I'm getting more confident. Every time I go into that facility and we have a practice, a meeting, a lift, anything, I'm getting more confidence with myself. I think the team's getting more confident in me. Coach McDaniels has got more confidence in me. Coach Jerry, the tight ends coach. And really, since the first game of the season, it's kind of been about coming into the facility and trying to be the best version of myself and, you know, stacking days and getting better each day. And obviously, since the first game of the season to this game, I've got tremendously better. So I'm happy about it.
What's going on, my brother James Jones here? Hey, you know, third down is what we call money down, and they came to you a lot on those money downs, man. So it shows some confidence the quarterback had in you. But was that kind of the game plan? Because I seen you split out wide trying to get some one-on-one coverage. Was that kind of the game plan to get you involved in this game?
Yeah, look, we saw a lot of things from the Patriots to where they were going to double guys. They were going to double Tay. They were going to double Cobb with a safety and cheat them to the one side or cheat them to the other side, things like that. And I think going in, we knew I was going to get single covered and I was going to have some opportunities in the passing game on third down. So that was definitely in the game plan, and we executed it perfectly. It was awesome. It was great to see. It felt great. And I'm really glad that Jimmy has trusted me, and Hoy too, on third down to get me that ball to get a first down.
Yeah, talk to us a little bit about the process of getting ready to go up against Bill Belichick. You know, as a rookie, you hear about what a great defensive coordinator is. Talk to us about the process it took for you this week to get ready for Coach Bill.
Yeah, honestly, I'm trying to be the best player I can be. I said that already, and for me, it's about what am I going to do that's going to help this team and going to help myself, not so much what's the other team going to do. That's kind of where I'm at in the season, where I'm at in my career. It's about us. It's about the Raiders. It's about us not turning the ball over, us not making mistakes, us not having false starts, holding penalties, things like that. That was kind of the entire memo going into this week, and I think we did a pretty good job of it.
Now you guys are back up to 500, a good place to be, and getting ready for the Bears coming up next. But what does it say about this offense to lose Jimmy, have Brian Hoyer come in, and it's not the way you wanted it, wasn't pretty at times, but for him to make plays and for you to keep this train going and get the win?
Look, we trust Hoy. The entire offense trusts Hoy. Coach McDaniels trusts Hoy. Everybody on the entire team trusts Hoy. He's been a vet. He's played a ton of football. And to see him go in and that ball to Trey Tucker today was fantastic. That was a dime, and that really set us up for a field goal there. And it's great to see, and he's been a great leader to me. He's been very helpful to me. So we're going to keep that going.
You said you're starting to get more confident. I was once a rookie in this game. EA was a rookie in this game last year, I think. When you say that, so is the game starting to slow down for you? Because I know first you come in training camp, you're learning this whole new playbook. You get out there, a preseason game, you're like, oh my goodness, this game fast. Then a regular season game, you're like, dang, it's faster. So is it all starting to slow down for you and you're starting to get more comfortable?
100%, 100%. And I think another factor to that is really understanding the playbook and understanding concepts and understanding I'm running this route because there's a dig coming in behind me or because there's a post behind, like certain things like that I really didn't understand in the preseason or in camp. I'm really starting to understand, and I'm really starting to understand defenses a little bit more. NFL defenses, they can be all over the place, Where's my Sam? Where's my Mike? Things like that. And so I'm starting to get it. I think it's definitely starting to click for me for sure.
Well, I think there's definitely big things ahead. If I remember, Josh McDaniels had a lot of success with a guy from that other team named Rob Gronkowski as a tight end. He loves using his tight ends in his offense. So we're looking forward to seeing you out there against the Bears. Thanks for being with us, Michael.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
I'm saying like that.
And you're sitting here having this conversation. We're sitting here thinking to ourselves, you like the way that he talks.
I do.
You like he's thinking about how to learn football.
Absolutely. And I talk to my kids about that because, kids will just run out there and say, oh, I got a post route. And sometimes you got to learn the whole concept of the play. So if the guy in the inside of me has an out route and I'm on the outside, I ain't really got nothing going in. All right? I'm either going go ball, post route, something like that. Right. If I'm in the inside, and I got an in route. The buddy on the inside of me on the other side ain't got no in route coming at me. So just knowing the whole concept is going to help you play a whole lot faster.
We'll see what he does in the next 4 games here. Coming up, it is the Bears at Soldier Field, so they go on the road the next 2 games.
Yep.
Detroit Lions are proven to be a premier team in the NFC. It's going to be a dogfight. Get ready for that one. Giants are playing on Sunday night against the Bills, but they only have 1 win on the season. And the Jets have scrapped out a record of 3-3 despite losing Aaron Rodgers, but I'll tell you, that's going to be at home.
Yes.
And that is going to be a battle. That defense is tough. That defense is tough.
Where we at right now?
And look, right now, the Raiders are in second place in the AFC West. Now, wait, disclaimer. The Chargers have not played yet.
They're going to charge it up.
They're going to charge it up against the Dallas Cowboys on Monday Night Football. But if they fall to 2-3, then that solidifies the Vegas Raiders position as second place.
Here we go.
In the AFC West. And as we said before, there's nobody that is dominating the AFC right now. And Sheila E. She was out there at the stadium, at Allegiant Stadium, always
I gave her a
coming
high
up
five.
with the big. Did you?
Oh, yeah.
I would have given her a hug,
yeah.
man. She was so cool. And then we have Senator Cortez out there as we celebrate Latino Heritage Month here with the Raiders organization. She was lighting the torch, and then T.I. was breaking it down. I mean, we had Too Short out there last week. T.I. this week. It is always a party. It is so fun to be out there. And you know what? The Raiderettes always killing us, the backup dancers.
Oh, yeah.
And then we won, too.
And then we won.
Home field advantage.
It sure would be nice to come back home at 5-3 with these 2 road games. Going to be tough, but if they want to make their mark, correct those little things.
Amber.
Correct those little things that Josh McDaniels talks about.
Let's speak it into existence. Then. It's going to happen.
I think it can definitely happen.
Yeah.
All right, you stick with us all throughout the week. Raiders.com, the official Raiders YouTube page, will keep you up to date on everything as we get ready for the Bears. For Eric Allen, for James Jones, I'm Amber Theoharis. The Raiders are 3-3. They get the win 21-17 over the Patriots. We'll see you next time. Enjoy the victory.